Hi, my name is Rodrigo Estrada, and this is my first homework, Intro to the Financial System. This activity was like a rewind of some concepts that I have seen in my career because I study economics and finance. So this homework, I like a lot this homework. Okay, first of all, Inside Job. Inside Job is a documentary that explains the before and after of the 2009 economic crisis. And well, in resume, this documentary explains that the economic crisis due to several mistakes from many years before. For example, in the long term was like the lack of regulation of the financial system because for example, the banks gave credits to the people that obviously couldn't pay for the credit, so it makes a mortgage bubble in the financial system of the United States. Another example of the causes in the midterm is were the high prices in different markets. For example, in the stock market, the actions of the companies were in really high levels, or in the mortgage market, the houses were in very high prices due to the demand of it. And well, it also creates the mortgage bubble. And for example, in the short term was the interest rates by the Federal Reserve, which is the central bank of the United States. They keep the interest rate in low levels, so the credit was really cheap. Well, this kind of mortgages named subprime mortgages, and it works like what I said before. The banks gave credit to the people didn't pay it, and it was a mortgage bubble. And in 2009, it explode, and a lot of people lost their jobs, their houses, the companies just break down. And well, what I liked the most of this documentary was like the challenging questions by the interviewer. For example, in some part of the documentary, it was like sorry, there was like a ex Federal Reserve director or something like that, and the interviewer tells him like, why did you leave your church at the Fed when the national economy needs you the most? And the guy was like, oh my god, I wasn't ready for this kind of questions, please turn off the camera. I know it is a like for the documentary. I like a lot that part. Then the Big Short. Well, the Big Short tells, well, it's about a real life story of a group of experts in economics and finance that predict the economic crisis some years before it happened. And well, in resume, their posture was like, oh my god, this is a really big problem. What can we do? Nothing. So let's take advantage of it. So what they do in a few words was bet against the financial system of the United States, bet against the economy, and when the mortgage bubble explode, they win a lot of money. This movie explains in detail how the crisis happened, like in the inside view, and it shows the reality of Wall Street, like the irresponsibility of the high levels of the financial institutions, the Fed, the government, etc. what I liked the most in this movie was like the comedy that keeps the attention of the person who is watching the movie. And well, a resume of the of both movies was like one of the main responsibles of the crisis were the rating agencies because they give high grades to the CDOs and was like really responsible. Then after the crisis they just says like, oh, it was my opinion, and if you take it, it's not my fault. And there was a really responsible posture. Well, I don't have a lot of time. The interview, well, I interviewed my parents about the crisis of 1994, but they really couldn't remember what how affecting in his lives. My mom in that time worked at a bank, but he told me that nothing changed, and my dad couldn't remember nothing. But I asked him about the 2009 crisis. And for example, my dad's working well, he works in a company named Qualtia, and they fired a lot of employees and decreased the distribution rates. Obviously, the company decreased and cut its expenses. And well, my mom only remembered like the inflation after the crisis, that he was like for 4 months the inflation were really big. And well, this is the final of my video. I don't have a lot of time, so I have to cut. Thank you for your attention.